So I love teaching at Cal Poly. My students always get me to look at things a little bit deeper. I have two students that are really interested in looking at finance data, and they would tell me that, a recession is when your GDP is negative, right, or reduced 2 quarters in a row, two successive quarters in a row. And so that led me to say, you know what, I'm going to go into this recession. Um, the history of recessions in the United States. And I just spent some time looking at this, reading through this, and I said, let me look at Apple stock. Again, I don't work for Apple, so I can do this. um, Looking at their like year or 6 month or 5 year to date, or maybe even max, just to figure out like what's going on in terms of the recession. And so, one particular recession that's really of interest is the Great Recession from December 2007 to 2009. And so, I would argue the recession actually began, one could say, in July, right? That quarter 3 and quarter 4 had to be negative in order for us to say, okay, fine, we're in a recession. And in order for us to be in a recession now, we had to say that quarter 1 and quarter 2, we had negative GDP. So negative GDP had to occur in quarter 3 and quarter 4 for December 2007, and quarter 1 and quarter 2 for 2022. So what I did was, I'm using Quarto. This is Quarto from our studio, of course, our Posit. And I'm looking at multiple stocks. We're just going to focus on Apple. Looking at these two different time intervals. Okay, at least this is one time interval from July to December, and then from January to July, to the end of July. It really should be the end of June. I'm gonna take a pause and I'm gonna fix that. So I went ahead and fixed that. That was a little embarrassing, but it's fine. Then what I did was I just combined them together. And so this is some little fun little thing I learned from Posit or RConf, is that you can now use this. This is a new pipe, which is really interesting. I did some manipulations to the data so that I can at least if I want to look at the quarters and I want to eventually use by month, I can go ahead and do that. And what we're going to do is look at the data for 2007 by date and opening price of Apple. I do some aesthetics here. It's nothing serious. I don't really need this line, but it's fine. We keep going. And so what's interesting here is that during the recession of 2007, stock prices overall went up. Which really interesting, and you got to really pay attention to your data, right? Is your y-axis is going from about $4 all the way to 7. Okay, so that's 2007. Now I'm looking at 2022. Again, I love this new pipe operator. Did I use it up here too? I did, being consistent. I love it. New pipe operator, putting it into the data. And in terms of 2022, its general trend is decreasing. But what's intriguing here is that it's going from 120 something to 185. So tomorrow we're going to go into this a little bit deeper and we can talk about why. Oh, well, actually, I can't talk about why. I don't know why, but we'll at least go into seeing looking at the data in a more in a different way. Okay, so thank you for watching.